God, that was so annoying. Like, oh, that was so annoying, wasn't it? Feel free to just like turn off the video, unsubscribe, dislike, because I appreciate that was like so annoying. Like, it's every other YouTuber is just like, oh, like the video, subscribe. Like, I'm not shading anyone. I'm just like, oh, turn off the video. So unsubscribe, literally. Don't do that. I mean, I want you to stay with me, but I'm so sorry for being cringy. I promise I'll never do it again. So today we're going to be testing out the TZ Cosmetics Rosy Blush Palette. This is a 9-pan blush palette. It looks like this. You've got a mix of like more like satiny, shimmery blushes, and then you've got mattes, you've got a kind of purpley pink, you've got a very like naturally peachy shade, you've got a very like bold red shade, a very bold like hot pink. You've just got a whole load of options within this palette, not only with the textures but with the shades. If you like blushes, I feel like potentially there could be something within this palette for you. It is a little bit overwhelming though, not going to lie, of course, a little bit overwhelming. There's a lot of fecking blush going on up in here. But today I'm just going to test a couple of these out because I only have 2 cheeks. I wish at times like this I had like a million cheeks and I could, well, not a million, 9. 9 would probably be good enough to test out all of these blushes. So anyway, I'm just going to be testing them out. I will do swatches. Excuse me. I don't care what the emergency is. I'm trying to film here. I mean, I'm trying to film here. Seriously. Seriously. Have you finished? Right, okay, fine. I hope everyone's okay though. I do always worry when I see an ambulance, yes, I know. Someone's hurt, really. That's so much more important than my video. But I don't care. And I feel sad for whoever that was. Could be a woman in labour, having triplets. She's about to push 3 babies out of her nun. I mean, really. But anyway, I hope the lighting isn't too strange as well. I feel like the lighting is a bit strange, but oh well, oh well. Just to let you know as well, this was sent to me by Rick from TZ Cosmetics. He sent me a bunch of makeup. I have tried a couple of other makeup items out, so I'm just kind of working my way through them all. I really do appreciate Rick sending these to me so that I can test them out. So thank you very much for that, Rick. But as all of you guys know, that will not in any way affect my review or what I think of the product. So although Rick, I really thank you, you know I'm going to give my honest first impressions because I'm incapable of not doing. So okay, so let's begin with swatching. So I'm going to begin with this shade here. By the way, just to let you know, it looks like we've got like 2 shimmers, and then I don't know, the rest, like these 2 look like mattes. This potentially could be like a satin. I don't know. I'm just going to swatch. Okay, so we're going to begin it with this. It's kind of like a lavender shade. Oh! Guys! Sorry, guys. I feel like I'm glad that no one else is in the house today. I thought these were going to be powdery, but they're not. They're very similar to the Aurora palette, which you know I love that palette. These are silky smooth. Look at that. The camera doesn't lie. I mean, I don't lie, but the camera doesn't lie. Look how much that's going with my whole aesthetic right now. It's just, oh my gosh, sensational. Let me swatch this fecker. Oh, the feck. That's not fecking normal blush. It's still going. Oh, whoa. I mean, shut up, like literally, shut up. I can't not. I just, wow. Can you imagine what I'm like in bed when I orgasm? I mean, really, honey, it's like, shut the fuck up. Like, literally, and when you're going to wake the kids, I'm like, okay, I'm just living right now. But anyway, oh my fucking gosh, that is absolutely beautiful. But it's like a highlighter. It's not like a blush. And I did not expect that at all. So it'll be interesting to see what the matte one's going to be like. Okay, so I'm just going to go into this shade. Oh. Dibble dabble, dibble dabble, dibble dibble dabble. Okay, so this one looks to be matte, although it does have a little bit of sheen to it. So actually, maybe satin, maybe, I don't know. I need a t-shirt. Is it matte? Is it satin? Who the feck really knows? I mean, really. Okay, so let's just swatch this. Okay, so this is definitely more what you would expect from a blush. Like this to me is more like highlighter. But yeah, this one looks okay. Obviously, it's not kind of 100% opaque, but I would kind of run and hide from a blush that was, because that would freak me out a little bit. I love a good bit of blush, but I don't want it to be taking centre stage on my face, you know. Okay, next I'm going to go in with this kind of more nudie neutral shade. This feels super soft, similar to the first one. Okay, so that one looks really, really nice. I think because, right, the first one was so bedazzling and it was Wet Look Sheen personified. I just feel like all the rest I'm just like, And it's not because I don't like them, it's just because I started off with such a bang. I don't know if that's a blush, so I'm going to try that on my face. Okay, so this is this one. I mean, it's not much to write home about, really. It's okay, but it's nothing particularly, like, sexual. Do you know what I mean? Okay, so next I'm going to go in with this shade. This one feels definitely more matte-like, and it looks to be very opaque, very pigmented. So if I just, where should I swatch this? I'll swatch it just here. Okay, so that one looks really, really pretty. Maybe for more like, you know, deeper kind of skin tones, I think. I don't know how much I could get away with that with my fair skin, you know, but yes, very nice. Okay, next I'm going to go in with this shade. Now, I know this is one that probably is not going to be for me, but wow. Wow. Look at that beautiful shade. It's like a corally red. It's very nice. It is very nice. My vaginas are popping. Okay, and this is what it looks like swatched. And it stains. Oh my gosh, I feel like this is going to be on my finger forevermore. Okay, and I'm going to go in with this pinky shade. I mean, literally, pull my pants down and call me Jeffrey. This is actually really pretty. It's a very hot pink. Again, I don't know if I would have the balls to actually wear this, you know, on my face, because it is very babown, you know, very much a takeover of your face kind of a blush. Okay, and I'm just going to swatch this one. Oh my gosh, I love it. It's like a purpley toned pink. I love a good purpley. So I'm getting distracted by my phone. I'm just like, what's going on over there? This one is a very much like a purple undertone kind of pink. So a very cool tone pink, which I'm a huge fan of. I feel like I've got to try that one. So I really want to try this one. I might use that as a highlight maybe. But anyway, right, okay. So I'll just swatch this. I'm going to just swatch it there. Okay, so next we're going to go in with this shade and then with this one. And there they are. We've got a little bit of it's a bit chunky, this one. It's like a peachy shade. And then we've got more of a pink. And these are both like satiny kind of finishes. But again, nothing like this one, I don't think. Or they might be, but I don't think. Okay, yeah, so that's a bit powdery. And this one, I don't know, guys. I mean, right, so this one, we started off with a big bang. The rest of them, they kind of look okay, but like I like these two. But the other ones seem to like, I don't know, it's tough with blushes. And especially like, I don't really test a lot of blushes out. So I'm always like, I'm very like familiar with testing highlighters out, looking for the Wet Look Sheen. And I'm very familiar with testing like eyeshadows out, looking for opacity, pigmentation and all that jazz, you know. But with blushes, I don't really test them out that much. So it's kind of like, I kind of compare them in the same way. Like I would do a highlighter or an eyeshadow, which obviously isn't really fair. So anyway, I'm going to just get to applying. I'm going to go in, I like this one, but I feel like I might use that as a highlight. So I'm going to go in with this shade here, which I really kind of liked. So I'm just going to like dip my brush in. Ooh! Oh, I love it. I love a good cool toned pink blush. Oh my gosh. Oh, hell yeah. Like hell yeah. Oh, I love it. Okay, I'm loving it. It's like just a really like, I don't know, pretty pop of pink on my cheek. I love it. But as I say, it does look much pinker like here than it does in the camera. I'll just use my same brush because I'm a bit of a brush hole like that. I just use the same one for everything. So I'm going to go in with, I'm going to try this shade up at the top because this seems to be like very, very light. So I'm interested to see what it looks like. Okay, so this one definitely is more of like a peachy toned kind of shade. It does have almost a little bit of like they both have a bit of sheen to them. They're not totally matte like by any stretch of the imagination, and I actually really, really like them both. I don't know which I prefer. I think when I look over here in the mirror of reality, I prefer this side because this side here on camera looks awesome, but it does look very pink like in the mirror of reality. So okay, so next I'm going to go in with this pinky shade at the bottom, and I'm just going to pop that out. Oh my gosh, these are not messing about. They're not messing about. Okay, so, oh, what? I picked that up, didn't I? I've really picked that one up. Oh my gosh, they're so pigmented, guys. Look at this. I've really fet my face up right now. Okay, let me just, right, okay. I do really like that shade, but again, it's, they're very pigmented. Like, I don't know why I didn't expect them to be that pigmented. So I'm just going to go in with my sponge that has a bit of foundation still on it. Like, I wouldn't normally do this, but I'm just going to do it for the purpose of the video. So I'm next going to go in with, should we try like the hot pink? Like, why not? Let's do it. I'm just using like, oh, I can see up my brush. Look at that. I'm just like, what? Hello. I'd say if you like, oh. Okay, like you needed the tiniest amount with this product. The tiniest amount. I'm going to go in with a clean brush and I'm just going to blend this out. Like you really need the tiniest amount. I didn't put powder over that foundation that I just popped on. So, yeah. But it's still blended out really nicely on top. These are powerful blushes, guys. Like literally powerful. Like they're really pretty, but really powerful. So I would definitely say if you get this palette, just use like the lightest hand, the lightest of the lightest hands ever in the world. Barely touch your brush in. Like I'm going to just try a different shade. I'm going to go in with this one. Look, can you see? Like, I don't know if you can see how much it's picked up. Are you ready for this? I feel like they're a little bit difficult to blend now since I just applied foundation back on my face because I've not set that foundation. So, yeah, there is a little bit tricky to blend just over the top. But do you know what? That shade, considering it was like so bold, you know, where was it? This one? It's so bold in the swatch on the face. It's actually not all that overwhelming, I don't think. No, I look like a bit of a blush freak right now. But I am just going to go in with, I mean, I really like the look of this little shade down there. This is like a peachy, like shimmery peachy. I do really like this palette, right? And the formula actually does remind me a lot of like NARS blushes, particularly like the matte formulas. They are very packed with colour. As I said, and as you've seen, use a very light hand with these. If you're a fan of blushes and if you don't really have a big blush collection, this could be one for you. Or, I don't know, I just feel like if you like messing about with lots of blushes, this is the palette for you. Okay, I'm going to go in with the highlight shade just to finish up. Like, I don't know if this is even meant to be a highlight shade, but I don't know. Like, should we try it as a blush? Okay, let's try as a blush first. So it was this one up here. Holy Jesus. I'm not even religious. Oh my gosh, like, guys. No, these are so pigmented. I mean, they're fabulous, but they're so pigmented. Like, you need, oh gosh. I mean, I would definitely say, oh my gosh, like so fucking pigmented. Like literally, I've got to go over with my emergency sponge. I mean, really. But I would definitely say use, like, don't use a dense brush. Like, say if I use a different brush. Okay, so I'm going to use this brush, which is from AliExpress. And I'm just going to, like, touch in slightly. Let's just pop that on. I mean, they're just so pigmented, guys. Like, you can't just get past the fact that they're so pigmented. You've got to be very careful with this palette if you do get it, because you could go from, like, no blush to all the blush in the world upon your face. So, okay, just to finish off, I am going to use this shade, which I love it, but it's so bold. Look at that on my nose right now. I feel like a dog. I feel like I'm a dog with a nose. I don't know why. I just feel like a dog with a nose right now. Okay, so I'm just going to go and apply this. Let's pretend it's a highlight. Okay, how's that looking? Okay, so it's actually probably meant to be a highlight. Oh my gosh, I feel like a clown. Like, look at me right now. Like, look at me right now. Okay, so I mean, I like the palette, right? I think the quality of this palette's really good. Like, it's not one of those cheap palettes or cheap blush formulas that, you know, you can get and there's just no pigment to it and you're just like, meh. Like, there's hardly any powder kickoff that's actually coming up from any of these blushes. I think the formula is actually a really good formula, but holy blush balls, it is pigmented. You only need a tiny bit of this. I would definitely recommend this. As I said earlier, if you don't have any blushes and you just want some more blushes, go for it. If you are a big fan of blushes, I think you'd like it, but oh, holy God, like, for the love of vagina, please just use a very light hand. I mean, that's all I'm going to say. So this is the packaging. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. It's just got like this gold and white design on it, and then if I pop it open, we've got a little mirror there. Okay, so yeah, that brings this insane review to a close. Look, this, I can't get past it on my nose. I'm going to just, as I'm talking, I'm just getting rid of the blush because I have to take a thumbnail that will look acceptable. So yeah, I hope that you've enjoyed this first impression. I mean, I've never ended a review just like covering up the makeup. I don't know, it was just very intense. You saw these blushes came to town. Anyway, by the way, I used to wear my hair like this in high school. Like, I started wearing my hair like this, and there was a new girl who came to our school called Debbie Arms. Hello Debbie, if you're watching this, I'm sure you're not. But anyway, she came to our school, right, and she became my rival. Like, she was my love rival because she got with the guy that I really liked. Anyway, and then the little bitch started wearing her hair like this, and I'm just like, what, Debbie, I believe that's my style. What are you doing with my style of hair? I mean, really. But anyway, that was just Debbie for you. I mean, really. Anyway, I'm going to go now, but I hope you've enjoyed this review. You can get the palette from Amazon for, I think it's $10.99, but I'll leave all of the info down below. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you again to Rick from TZ Cosmetix for sending this to me. Very much appreciated. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll be back soon with more.